Well, hello everybody out there on the interwebs who's interested in miniatures. Welcome to another Monday. This is Monday the 17th of May, 2021. I'm Doc Eon. Wishing a happy 17. Mai to any Norwegians out there. Now, I have not been as successful in finishing minis as I had hoped, but, you know, these things happen. And the ones I did finish, I'm happy with. So we have these 6 completed. And the ones that have been on the table, the longest are ones on the left here. This Reaper Bones Leprechaun with his pot of gold and a mug of ale. The Pirate Lady swinging a flask and dancing a jig or something. And we have a couple of bird people from Stonehaven Miniatures. This sort of a Kenku Samurai. And some other little bird person who's maybe more of a spellcaster. He's got a staff and a orb. He's walking on those funny clogs. And then we have the 2 orc shamans. One of the more buff persuasion, the bare-breasted guy, and one who goes in for festooning himself with bones and skulls of all kinds. Probably a necromancer, really, not a shaman. So yeah, a good haul. Like I said, not that many finished, but none of them are sloppy, at least. They're all reasonably well painted. I'm not ashamed of them in any case. Yeah. So let's see what's still left on the work table.
Well, here's the half orcs, the rest of the Stonehaven miniatures. They're not quite finished, as you might have guessed, and I mean, there's some more paint on them. Actually, this time. I've worked a little bit on all of them. It's not really for lack of time. I can't blame that. I've had the time. I just spent it on other things. I've had lots of time the past week, but for some reason I felt the need to unwind in a different way. I've been doing a lot of reading instead of painting. I don't know. I just went. I go with my gut in these cases, and if what I feel is that I need to read or watch movies or whatever, that's what I do. But I think I'm starting to feel the urge to get back on track with these and yeah, do something with them. So hopefully by next week.
Well, so anyway, here's the new stuff, primed and ready to go. A good weird collection of guys. The thing I worried about was whether I should assemble this mini. This is the Sophie, the ReaperCon 2017 Sophie. She is fully assembled and glued together, and this makes it hard to reach a few places. But if I hadn't done that, assembly after painting would have been really messy, because A, there are lots of parts of it that would be hard to hold while painting if they were unassembled. B, you know, assembly would in itself destroy a lot of the paint job, rub away some paint and the like. And so I'd have to go in and fix stuff anyway in hard to reach places. So yeah, I just kind of said we'll go with full assembly, and the nooks and crannies, we'll drop some dark paint in there, and hope nobody notices. That's the thing. Now for these are reasonably complicated miniatures. A lot of them. Let's see if we have. Where's the focus? Is it you? Yeah. But I do have some painting guides. I mean, for the this guy, Captain Nagathrod, we have the cover art on the box. We can use this guide if we want. Kind of drab colors, but I suppose if we want to make him as that character, that's the way you go. For some of the others, we have stat cards, because, as I mentioned, they're for use in a game. Now, difficult with one hand. The artwork here is kind of... It's not the mini that's been painted, it's just an impression of a figure like the mini. But, you know, so it's not an exact guide, but it gives you some ideas of colors. It gives me the idea that both of these spellcasters are apparently mer people. They have blue skin, and gives me the idea that this lizard person, or draconid, can have a combination of green and red and light blue. And is it some dark blue there on the ridge? Yeah, lots of different colors. So, you know, he can be bright and colorful. And the lizard man just looks like a lizard man. He's painted in a very teal, very blue color, kind of Games Workshop-y lizard folk, where I usually paint lizard folk in green. But hey, maybe, hey, yes, let's go with this. The blue scales, the red shield, the orange shoulder pad. Yeah, it's kind of a neat color combination. I might do something like that. So, yeah, it's just these two, the Sophie and this sea serpent, that I don't have any guides for. I'll have to use my own imagination. Let's see if I have any. So I did get something in the mail this week, but it's not directly relevant to this particular series, but I thought I'd show it to you anyway. So this is from a company called Eldritch Foundry. They're one of these businesses that make custom 3D printed models for you. You go to their website and you build essentially your own miniature out of some options, menus, and they will either print it off for you and send it to you, or you can buy an STL file of it and download it and try to print it yourself. Now, in this case, they wanted me to do a review, so I've designed a miniature and they've sent it to me, and it's well packaged. I haven't unwrapped it yet, but it seems like it should have survived the shipping intact. We'll have to see. Because I'm not going to paint it on this show, so to speak. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a review of it, and this will be its own separate video from start to finish. I'll start that video with an unboxing and look at how it turned out, and go through cleanup, priming, painting, all of that stuff before I give my verdict, what I think about it. And so yeah, I'm saving the unboxing, the actual unwrapping of it, for that video. And you won't see it on any more of these Monday morning updates. And it's not going to count for my either purchased or painted totals. It's because it's a side project, completely separate from everything else. But I thought, as my faithful viewers, you should know that this is coming. I have not done any other videos except the Monday updates for a long time now. Mostly because things like reviews and battle reports just didn't seem worth the effort. They didn't really get the kind of engagement I was looking for, and tutorials aren't really my thing. So I've mostly been doing just the weekly vlogs, but I got this chance to do an actual review, so I thought I would do it. And it'll be coming in a couple of weeks, probably. So, putting that aside, what are my actual new projects for standard painting? Now, I don't want to start too many new projects because A, that review project is going to take up a bunch of my time, and B, I might have a lot of work to do, at my day job. the next couple of weeks, just finishing everything up for summer. So I'm looking at this box of Heresy miniatures that I've dipped into before. I think I've shown you this Minotaur. He seems like a cool idea, nice resin model. Well, resin is never nice, it's always crappy, but at least there's no thin swords on this one. Then we have this, which is a lot of legs. It's actually a giant scorpion. You can see it, the body of the scorpion is resin, but then they've made the legs and the claws in metal, which is a good choice, I think, because having these thin little legs in resin, oh man, they would snap so easily. So that is a good kit. And we have this guy who is an angel with an included scenic base, like a good guy, and a clear flight sight. I haven't painted a good guy like in a long while. I don't recall if I've ever painted an angel figure, so this might be interesting. The last thing here is kind of annoying. This was also some bonuses they sent me. Heresy are good about that. They often toss in some extras, which is nice, but sometimes it leads to these are the giant wasps. I actually painted a bunch of these once before. There were like 6 or 8 of them that I bought because I wanted giant wasps for some reason. And the thing is, I don't know if I can replicate that paint scheme. Also, the flight stands for my old ones are clear, and these are not. So they're not going to match exactly whatever I do. So I'm not sure I want to paint these. I might put these to the one side for now. So, but these big monsters, these 3 kits, I think I want to get started on. If I need something more, I discovered these guys lying around. What are these? These are figures from a game line called Darklands by a company called Mears Miniatures. Not sure that's how you pronounce it, but this is how you spell it. I got these as part of a Kickstarter, and the thing about it is that they're not... They usually make gaming minis that are supposed to be played with their game, Darklands, but these are just like fun extras. They're called the Drinking Companions. We have Boozing Rollo and Quaffing Timoth, which I suppose are characters from the game, but in a sort of more relaxed setting, having a drink. And they are limited editions. There were only 100 of these made. I think that's why I've been hesitant to paint them, because it's irrational, I know, but there's this feeling like, oh, there's only 100 of these. I can't mess up this paint job. I have to do it justice. Otherwise, these very rare minis will be wasted. But, you know, that's bullshit, because, you know, thinking about it, out of the 100 produced, I mean, at least 75 will have crappy paint jobs put on them by whoever got them. So, you know, whatever I do, I you know, I don't have a lot of cockiness about myself as a painter. I know I'm not a display level painter. I'm not a competition winner, but I can paint decently enough. I can do them to a tabletop standard. That's not a problem. So, been a while since I painted some more humans, so I think these might be added to the queue. So that's only like 5 models, but they're all kind of complicated ones that require a lot of time and effort, and they can't be speed painted, any of them. So that's probably enough to put into the queue, I think. If not, I'll make something up and and get some other minis. But that's it for this episode. If you followed me this far long, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. Tell everybody you know about these videos if they care about painting. Share it, comment, and be back here in a week. Next Monday. Same day of the week, same channel, same jockey. But now I'm signing off.